mastermind that I'm part of. And literally it went over just about 5 minutes.
It's okay, brother. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. So let's just go ahead and kick it off. I just hit record right now. But thank you guys all for being here today. We have Mo that is going to be sharing about AI, which is probably one of the hottest topics in the real estate business right now. He had an opportunity to do a presentation here in Anaheim. We had about 500 people that showed up, and it was massively valuable. So we asked him to come back and bring it here digitally so we can have people tune in from different places. And just so you guys know, Mo and his wife, Maria, they work out in the Bakersfield market. They do about 100 transactions on a yearly basis. They have a beautiful team out there. They're growing and expanding. And, just super excited about what you're going to be sharing today, brother. So I'm going to hand over the mic, and I'm also going to be sharing, opening up the sharing preferences so you can share your screen. I'm pretty sure you're going to share some stuff. But without further ado, man, welcome to the call. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Leo. Super excited about being here today. I know that the update was, or the presentation was going to be on AI. I did do an amazing presentation out here in Bakersfield. I'm not sharing the screen today, right? I'm not sharing the screen today. I really want to open this up, to everybody, right? Specifically for the ones that are not using AI currently, right? Because we've definitely done a lot of masterminds. Leo is really good at creating masterminds around AI and how efficiently it's working. Today I want to inspire you to actually start using it, not just share with you what I'm doing, right? Because I think that we need more agents using AI to be able to really catapult their business to a place where they can move faster, right? If you can take anything from me today, I'm the guy that says speed to lead. And I say super speed to lead is how do I get in front of more people faster, shorter period of time, and how can I do less so I can do more of the things that I love to do? Literally, that's what I see. That's what I see in the opportunity of artificial intelligence, is that we can literally do more now by doing less, right? And I'm telling you guys right now, if you tell me, I'm gonna kind of knock some stuff out. I'm very direct. Leo, can I have everybody's permission to be direct? Thumbs up. Yes. I'm a pretty busy guy. I'm pretty busy. We do over 120 transactions every single year. I run a full team. I have about 8 people on my team. I run an office in Bakersfield. I'm constantly doing real estate myself. Not just that, I have another thing that I'm very passionate about, and if you guys want to give me a follow, it's the conscious loving husband, where I'm bringing couples, bringing awareness to the marriage space as a man, right? Which is what we need, right? So I'm constantly doing this every day, throughout all day. Plus, I have an amazing, beautiful wife who runs this business with me, and 2 beautiful daughters who take any free time that I have. Okay. Plus, there's other things that I like to do. I wake up early in the morning. I do yoga, I do workouts, I do meditation, I do prayer, I do journaling, I do video content, I do everything. My agenda is full, and I still have time to do more. There's still time to do more. So I just want to knock out the first thing. If your first excuse is I don't have time, right? Then I'm just gonna be honest with you. There's just zero or poor management, and I'm gonna use the word energy management skills on your part. Content creation, AI tools, all those things, all they're doing for me is making my life easier, faster, right? And growing my business. And I get to say one of the most important things, which is my energy, and I get to have more of what I love. And one of the most valuable assets that I have is my time. So I use AI to leverage, to have more of my time, to do more, to do the same amount of business, to do more business, right? So I'm here to inspire more than anything, I think, Leo, if that's okay, is to really start kickstart your career, or really use AI to help you and fuel and supersonic your business to another level. I'm gonna share. Guys, I'm an open book. I'm gonna actually give you guys people that you should go follow if you want to learn tools and things like that. Okay, literally for the last 4 months, I've been all in AI. I've been actually, talking about AI. I've been sharing about AI. I follow the tools, guys. I got to a point where I got tired, took a week off, and came back, and I felt like I was new again because everything changed within the week. Right. So, I surround myself with people who are amazing people in the AI business. One of them, I'm gonna give you the first one off the bat that a person that you should be following, who's gonna keep you up to news of AI. He's one of my great friends, and I make zero money from this guy. If anything, I support him because I believe his vision. And that first one is Digital Jeff on Instagram. Digital Jeff. That's the first guy that I would tell you need to follow. Why he brings inspiration to the AI community. He's literally leading the AI community in all aspects of what AI should be. And again, it inspires me to do business. And when it comes to like lead generating, creating sales, because at the end of the day, the reason you're here, right? Put your hand up. You want more sales. Yes. Yep. You want more sales? Put your hands up. Yes, we do. I do. Anything that I do, I want more money. I need more sales. I need more time. So everything that I do has to bring me some. I have to have some kind of ROI. Okay, some kind of ROI, right? However, though, right now in this very moment, your COI is costing you more. And are you guys familiar with what COI stands for? Unmute yourself if you know what it is.
Cost of sale. Cost of sale. Is that what your COS? No.
COI. Cost of inaction is costing you more. Cost of inaction is costing you more than your ROI by sitting and not jumping on board with what AI could do for your business, right? Again, if you're somebody that likes to do reels, content creation, client attraction, we know that there's so many platforms out there and they're constantly changing. You have to create, you have to have tools to help you create, right, at a faster pace, right? I see Steven Diaz here, an amazing content creator, on his way to do what he does best, right? And how, for me, I'm more on the, hey, how can I generate more, convert at a higher pace, cultivate the business that I have to create, to become an amazing business owner where I could do less and business just falls in my lap. Yes. That's really what I'm using AI for right now. So, your cost of inaction is really costing you more right now than thinking about ROI because you're just watching. You're on the sidelines watching everybody use artificial intelligence. You're going to use it. The day that you jump in is the day that everybody's already been using it and you've lost that boat. Make sense? AI has been around for years. Number one, it's been around for years. It's not nothing new. So it's not something that, that it just came out of nowhere. It's been around for years. Big companies have been using it for years. It's been used in different types of aspects. Now we've just been put more in front of what it can actually do for you as a consumer and how you can actually have access to it. So Digital Jeff is an amazing guy that I follow, good friend of mine. I'm actually working on bringing him to do an actual presentation live in person for us to really create more content around AI for real estate agents. But he's an amazing guy there. I encourage you guys to follow. That will keep you up to date. Number two. Eluna AI was another, the next app that I would tell you is called Eluna, ELUNA.ai. That's another Instagram account that I tell you guys to follow. A lot of information. Again, this is where I get my news for AI to keep up to date. They literally share tools, techniques, what to do, how to do it. Digital Jeff really literally shares screens about how you can download certain apps. So guys, these are two people that I follow that I encourage you guys to follow if you guys want to make more sense of AI. Okay, so cool, awesome. Let's talk a bit about AI, how AI is actually helping me. What tools am I using to create faster content, to create faster, more things to help me attract more clients. Number one, we understand that to create more clients, we have to create engaging content. Okay. And we understand that comes in different forms. That comes in forms of reels. It comes in forms of stories. It comes in forms of a post, right? It comes in ways of ads. It comes in different ways. Okay. However, though, the reason why we don't do these things is because we do not know what to write about. Right? Whose problem? Let's take a little poll real quick on the chat. Number one, if you don't know what to write, what to share, press a 1. If you do know what to write, but you just don't know how to do it, press a 2. So give me a 1 on the chat or a 2, right? Or if you're just choosing not to do it, press a 3. Number 4 if you're not listening. Just type in number 4 if you're not listening, or Leo put 4. Okay. Okay. So I see ones. And most of the time, I'm gonna be honest, I'm just like you, right? I did not know what to say. I did not know how to say it. And to be honest, I'm gonna be 100% honest, guys. Everything sounded amazing here. However, when I was like, how do I get it out and put it into these platforms? That's where I had issues or trouble. Yes. So obviously the first app that I would tell you that you need to have, the first source, right? And most people know, and a lot of people are talking about is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is gonna be your number one source, right? Where you're gonna get information from. Okay, this. Now I want to be clear with what ChatGPT is because people don't understand. ChatGPT is a resource for information. Okay. Now, can you use ChatGPT to help you create, to help you write, to help you speak? Yes, you can use it for a lot of different things, but it's a source of information. Keep you, and Leo always talks about this. He says, "Hey, I read books all the time. I try to read books one a week every single day, right? However, though, if you ask me, right, give me the best 10 points, I'll probably come up with good 8, and the other 2 was like, damn, I can't remember the rest. But as soon as I see them, I remember what they're about. So literally, I can go on ChatGPT, be like, hey, ChatGPT, tell me one of my favorite books. It's actually, here it is, right? Psychology, the Psychology of Money, right? I'll be like, hey, psychology, tell me the best 10 points from the Psychology of Money. It literally tells you. You can literally just refresh your mind. Now you can go create content on those 10 things. ChatGPT is an amazing resource to help you find information, to help you find anything that you really need, right? That you want to learn. People are literally talking about getting ChatGPT degrees, right? Because you can literally do that. There's just so much stuff in there, guys. If there was the book, you can literally say, "Hey, ChatGPT, tell me what the power book, or the secret." If you guys never read this book, an amazing book, The Power by Rhonda Byrne, right? You can literally go on and say, ChatGPT, tell me a story about the Power book, and that I can entertain and share with my 2-year-old. And it literally will create a story that you can read to your 2-year-old for you. Okay. So literally ChatGPT is a great resource to help you create and put your ideas out. Now, the one thing that I like to share about ChatGPT that most people get confused about, or it's hard, it's prompts. How do I get ChatGPT to actually put things together for me? Digital Jeff has amazing prompts, guys. Literally, you can take ChatGPT and you can say, hey, ChatGPT, you can create a personality to ChatGPT and say, hey, your name is Moses. Last name Rosales. You are 38 years old, ChatGPT. You love to do yoga, meditate for 20 minutes every single day. You wake up at 4:30. You have 2 amazing daughters. Right? At the age of this, you have an amazing wife. You've been married for 15 years. You do real estate. You've been in real estate. I'm literally creating a avatar in ChatGPT, and then I can give him my prompt and say, hey, you want to increase sales in your real estate business. Let's create 30-day content, and I want you to give me the post, the video script, the real idea, and I want you to give me a 30-day calendar of what I need to do for the next 30 days. And I want you to think like me. I want you to feel like me, right? I want you to come from a place of compassion, love, to make more sales in real estate. So literally, one of the biggest things people always compare ChatGPT is it's still a robot, it's artificial intelligence, there's a human factor missing. I agree. There's a human factor, because the one thing that artificial intelligence does not have is what, guys? It's a heart. It doesn't have your heart. And this is literally where I see where, the impact comes in with artificial intelligence, where you can still use these resources and still bring impact in what you do, because there's definitely posts that I'm reading, like, that's ChatGPT. There's things that I'm reading, like, oh, that's ChatGPT. I can literally read it and see them like, this is just ChatGPT prompts, right? So literally, you have to learn how to use these resources and now your heart into it and now your soul into it, right? And this is how you do it. You have prompts like this. Hey, ChatGPT, you're somebody like me who wants to increase their business. And literally, you can use that character, right? And now create content moving forward. Okay, so that's number one. So, I mean, do you guys want me to show you a little bit on ChatGPT and how it works? Let me see if I can share my screen here. Okay, we'll go quick. You did let me share, right? All right, here we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me see. Okay, good. Look here, guys. All right, perfect. So actually, guys, ChatGPT is part of my life, and it's literally open all the time. So let me see if I need to refresh, because I think this was like from my previous session. So guys, ChatGPT is my resource. Now I don't have to sit there and think of anything. All right. So this is my resource for ideas. Okay, this is where I literally put everything in, and it gives me everything I need to do. Now I just go do what I do best, and that's speak, talk, share from the heart. Okay, so I'll give you the first one. Okay, watch this. Look, actually, I did it right here. If you guys see my problem, you're a husband that has been married for 15 years, has gone through a major transformation in your marriage. You've done lots of inner healing, made changes to your toxic behaviors, and understand the power of love. Some of the biggest takeaways of this journey is the routine that includes my modalities that help me get centered, aligned with my values. You learn to do breathing techniques to help me release pressure, esteem from work. You learn the power of listening, the partnership, reactive. I mean, see, that's my prompt. And then I tell it what I need to do. I need you to create Instagram posts for the next 60 days, from reels, audio scripts, video scripts, and content for every post. Also, you need to create a 60-day mastermind outline where you will be meeting once a week to serve a group of people and lead them into a marriage expansion. Show me what you got. So literally, I'm talking to ChatGPT and telling what I need, right? And literally, ChatGPT said, okay, here you go. Instagram day one. Okay, we're going to call this the Transformational Marriage Series. If you're really following me right now, you're probably seeing that I'm doing, on the conscious space, I'm doing what we call the Transformation Series. And I'm going strong, right, for 60 days every single day. And I'm giving you guys where my content's coming out, where it's coming from, right? So literally it's telling me, hey, hi, everyone. I'm excited to kick off my journey of love, growth, and transformation in marriage. Over the last 15 years, my wife and I have embarked in a profound journey of healing. Okay, so literally, guys, here are my scripts for the post for what I'm doing. Literally, ChatGPT did for me, right? Obviously, it also gave me week one of the mastermind that we're actually going to be starting here at the end of the month, next week, right? So week one, we're going to be working on really setting the stage. Literally, so right, you guys see what I'm doing? Okay, I'm literally doing nothing. I'm just telling ChatGPT what to do. Okay, so literally, here, look, here's your day two. Here's post. Hey, give me day three. Here's the post. And literally watch this. This is where something changed, right? Because I'm part of other masterminds, right? I could literally say, hey, give me day four, which I did. I was like, hey, give me day four. But I was like, I want to give day four a little bit more context. I don't want it to just be the same. And I asked him, how do conflict strengthen relationships? Because that was day four. We talked about conflicts, right? And it gave me, I know how it works. I know how to do it. I have a relationship. I've been married for 15 years. I deal with real estate people all the time. However, though, if you ask me how to put it together, it's very tough. You have to sit there and really write your ideas out. I just told ChatGPT to give me some conflict resources, right? How to strengthen conflict in a relationship, and it gave me stuff. So then now I can just flow because it's in front of me. I know that enhancing communication in relationships is important. I understand that I need to increase my understanding in a relationship, and I need to have solving problem skills to make sure that my marriage is stronger, because this creates personal growth. And it also deepens my intimacy with my wife, and it creates a resilient relationship. See, I'm literally just giving you a script right now based on things that I'm looking at my screen, right? I'm just reading right now, okay? But because I'm good at presenting, I'm practicing this stuff now, I can literally just read it and give you guys an amazing video, right? So I'm just giving you guys that you guys can use ChatGPT to do this stuff, right? Next, then obviously I'm learning more. Make an informative Instagram using this info. And I told her, hey, give me a call to action to share one, need attention in the relationship. Yeah, so, I literally, actually, you know what? Here's this one. Here's a good prompt. Hey, give me day 5 post, but use this format. Make it a personal post. Step into a desired outcome post. The X process that I used to avoid a problem. Really, I literally told ChatGPT what I want, and it gave me day 5 as that. Okay, the problem, the steps, the script, and I record. Okay, so that's literally what you could do with ChatGPT, right? And again, you can use ChatGPT and literally create this person here. This is the person up here, and literally just continue to build this person. Things that I've seen that people do, which is what I'm working on right now, is actually putting all of my content into this chat GPT and say, hey, look at all my content. I want you to audit my content. I want you to tell me, create better content for me based on my messaging, based on who I am. So you can take scripts from videos and add it on here and say, look, this is my scripts. These are the videos that I've shared that I'm continuously doing. Give me content, recreate content that I shared a year ago into today and recreate it and give it to me. Right. So GPT is one of the most powerful tools that you can do, that you can use and learn how to. And I encourage you as a real estate agent that you should. Okay. You should. I'm trying to see if I can have literally, guys, look, I did one for a good family member of me, who does solos. Like, he was like, hey man, what should I say? I was like, bro, come here, man. 2 seconds, boom, record, let's go. You literally posted a video about solar, right? So you literally could create as much as you want here. I literally give clients scripts sometimes for them to give me their testimonials. You know why? Because they don't know what to say. So I'd be like, hey, tell me, how was your experience? And I literally have ChatGPT on my phone. I'm like, boom, boom, okay, boom. And I tell ChatGPT, I created a nice little, and they read it, and all of a sudden I have a better review or a better case study than them just saying, working with Moses and Maria was amazing. That's cool. Those are cool, but they're not impactful, guys. Right? So sometimes we have to train even our own clients to tell us what, they literally tell me, hey, what do you want me to say? Here you go. Here it is. I got you. Right. And they read it multiple times and I train them, read it, feel it, and now go record. Right. And it's really simple. I literally do that with all my clients, because I don't want just the experience was amazing. I want details. I want people to, if I'm looking at a name, Maricela. If Maricela was to read one of our reviews, then I want them to be okay, man, what is it like working with Mo and Maria? Right? That's what case studies do. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. The power of ChatGPT. I feel that a lot of people, especially us real estate agents, we're not really using it as much. It's because we don't know how to use it either. Right. And this is really where I'm taking the initiative to start helping more agents learn how to use this, because I'm looking at Patty. I want Patty to have content because she wants more sales. Even if she does not know how to use ChatGPT, I want to make it as simple as possible. So we're creating prompts. So prompts is really where most of the help can come from. So any questions about ChatGPT? Who here has experience using ChatGPT? Are you using it? If you're not, share with us your experience so far. Nobody's using it.
Everything you're saying. You're already using it. You already know I'm using it, but yeah. Anyway, I want other people to.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say I started using it more of like for some of our posts, like to introduce the team. The thing that I get stuck at is like, how to kind of explain it, because I just say, please make it sound authentic, joyful. But this helps a lot because I've never thought about using it as like come up with like a week of content based on X, Y, and Z. So that's as far as I've used it.
Yeah. Maria, I encourage you, because if you want true authenticity, right, then you have to create ChatGPT to be you, right? And that's where most of us don't take the time. We just go on there, create me a quick bio, right? And it gives you something. Oh, okay, sounds better than what I was going to say, so I'm good with that. However, like you said, it's not authentic. It's not. You could tell it's written by some kind of artificial, right? So what I would encourage you is, first thing, as soon as we hang up, is go to ChatGPT and tell GPT, give ChatGPT your personality. Say, hey, ChatGPT, your name is Maria Rocha. You're a real estate agent. You're a real estate broker, 15 years of experience. You love hiking. You love this. You love da-da-da. You hate when you have a headache, you like to drink water. When you're in a bad mood, you like to slap your husband. I don't know. I'm just giving you ideas. I'm not giving you guys examples or things to do, right? But I'm just telling you, right? If the more you can give create a personality, ChatGPT, and then create content from there, now it becomes more authentic and more relatable with people, because now you can say, hey, I just closed a sale with an amazing couple. From my point of view, let's create this, and this for them, right? And now ChatGPT really got to know you, and is going to create something more authentic, and it's actually going to sound better, more like you than anything else. Yeah, that's the first step. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else using ChatGPT or has something to share about ChatGPT?
I usually use ChatGPT for home descriptions in MLS or for social media. That's basically what I use it for.
Yeah, I think everybody, if you're not using it for property details, again, you love wasting time, right? Because one of the things that I hate doing the most was creating property details. Now, with property details, yeah, you have to pay attention too, right? Because sometimes I can tell when, on property details, when ChatGPT creates it, because it says this luxury, amazing, stunning, beautiful home. And then you look at the picture and you're like, but this is not a stunning home. Like, you did not read your description. You just told ChatGPT, right? So you have to make sure, right? You have to look at these things. You have to align it. Say, hey, look, this is an amazing home. It has the great bones. You have to really talk to ChatGPT. So make sure that everything that ChatGPT spits out makes sense in the eye of the consumer, in the eye of your follower, in the eye of the person, because then you lose credibility when stuff like that happens, guys. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. So I use it for property descriptions all the time, but I make sure, right, that it's not too, it's not too over the top when I know the house is under market condition. Does this make sense? Keep it simple. Don't I just want to sound good. No, that doesn't make sense. Like, I've seen some crazy stuff on property descriptions. Like, wow, this is not. Yeah. Okay. Use it correctly. That's what I'm saying. And
I think so.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say what you're saying with the prompt. I think it's probably the biggest nugget, right? So what you're sharing is so spot on, because it's now again it's aligned, it's authentic, and I'm using it all the time for my newsletters and everything else that I do, man. So
Hi guys. So I'm also using it for my social media, and I've noticed it like a big help for me, especially as a newer agent. And it's been working amazing. I'm definitely going to input it to a lot of other options that I see you guys over here sharing with you. That's been helping you guys.
Awesome, Vanessa. And Vanessa's part of my team, guys. So I'm gonna throw some extra kudos because I'm actually seeing her using it in Spanish, which is actually amazing. So if you speak another language, I'm telling you, this is where the content creation. Now you can create 2 posts, one in Spanish, one in English, literally translated right there in ChatGPT, right? So, and again, you can create ChatGPT in 2 ways. Take it in Spanish and put it in English. You'll be like, okay, all my English content on one, and then the other one on Spanish, and literally you can just have ChatGPT create that stuff for you. So, I need to do more Spanish stuff. So I looked at Vanessa, I was like, man, like I need to do more stuff like that too. So that's amazing. Yeah, it does. It does like any language. I mean, at least that I know, any language that I know that I've heard, it literally does do everything. So even okay, so good. Let's go to the next app, right? The next one that I use. Now that you start learning to use ChatGPT and you say, okay, I'm creating better content, right? Or I'm creating more engaging content. Some of the things that you have to start learning to do as well is you can learn, if you don't know what a call to action is, or I love to call them embedded commands, call to actions, right? Sometimes you don't even know what a pain point is, right? To create, or better hooks of your content. You can literally, if you don't have to know it, you can just tell ChatGPT to do it for you, right? But also the next app that I like to use is called Captions, right? And Captions is an evolving app, but literally on Captions, it's just like ChatGPT. The more input you give it, it actually creates scripts for you as well. And if you don't know what Captions is just what the word is. Captions is an app that allows you to put captions in your videos, in your lives, anything that you want. It allows you to put captions, right? You can actually even take long form videos, like if you do a YouTube video, and you can actually push it into caption, and it will create 10 short videos for you with captions, right? So you can literally do this with the app Captions. But also, the more input you put it based on the information. So if you're going to use captions for real estate, let's just say, and all the information that you're putting, all the videos that you're putting, all the captions that you're creating, everything, then it actually starts creating scripts for you. And some of these scripts are actually pretty damn good. pretty damn good, right? I read it, I'm like, damn, that was a good script. I do some adjustments here and there because I want to sound like me. However, though, right, these scripts, because you're inputting what the information, and literally starts creating scripts for you based on the script that you put it on there. So Caption is my next app that I would, and it's making everything easy, guys. Who here uses Captions at all? Okay. Right. Captions is an amazing app. And again, Captions is using a lot of artificial intelligence, from music to now they started doing music, right? They started doing music and sound there now, wording. And then obviously everybody's using it. So I encourage you guys to use it now. And always think about, Captions is, the first thing you need to think about is how to create a good hook, right? That's always like the first thing we need to do is to get better at hooks. So that's something that I'm working on right now. Most of us want to go straight into, hey guys, my name is Moises Rosales with so and so Realty. You lost whoever was watching that, to be honest, right? So hooks is like, learn hooks, right? I always tell people hooks, and if you don't know how to do it, ChatGPT, Captions, all these artificial intelligence apps are going to help you do this. Now, why is this important? Why am I starting here? Is because I can't talk to you guys about how I'm using artificial intelligence in my emails. I can't tell you how I'm using ChatGPT on, how to create chatbots and things like that to create more converting. If you don't understand hooks, if you don't understand, content creation, because literally I use these apps now to help me create email blasts, to help me create robots who are actually chatting, who are actually me, because now ChatGPT knows who I am, right? My wife's favorite word, guys, it's girl. Hey girl, hey girl, hey girly, hey girly, right? So for the longest, before artificial was really launched, it's funny because a lot of the people that we've recruited, I was the I was the AI behind my wife's Instagram, and most people don't know that, right? It's because Maria was like, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. I was like, oh, there's a lot of business there, so I was there texting, hey girl, oh my god. I was literally like finding myself like my wife, because I didn't want people to be like, oh, why is Mo, texting back, right? And then I would book an appointment. Awesome, girl. Well, guess what? I'm busy, but my husband Moses is gonna call you right now, and I will call him like, hey, just let you know, Maria. I already know the story, right? But that was before artificial intelligence, because that's what I had to do. But now I'm using artificial intelligence to create Maria's avatar, and literally, people are getting texts just like it was me before, right? Or like it was her, me, and ChatGPT. But it's because people now understand, they're like, okay, girly girl, that's Maria's word. That's what she uses, right? So when they get that, they know they're talking to Maria, even though we're using artificial intelligence. Okay. So yes, we're using, I'm using apps and things like that to help me talk to people on Instagram. If you have a lot of followers, I mean, nowadays, 22K, 100K doesn't really mean anything to me, to be honest. We have about 5,000 followers on Instagram. However, though, that's 5,000 people that are constantly getting hit to say hello, happy weekend. We're literally doing all by clicks away. Like we're not like they're physically texting 100 people, 5,000 people. We're literally just using the apps to send messages out, and it's not always like, who do you know that's looking to buy and sell. It's always like, hey, have an amazing weekend, girly, right? And it's creating conversations. And literally, before even that, we have a VA who picks up on those conversations, the people that are texting back. Oh, thank you, you too. Oh, awesome, yeah. What do you have planned? So literally, she has a script that she follows, right? But ChatGPT is helping me create engagement, to get people to talk to us, because the best thing you could do for your following is to have an engagement following, right? That's the best thing you could do for a business. It's just like your database, right? Your database doesn't mean nothing. Who put Moses Heidel? Oh, Heidel, there it is. That one too. Heidel, that one was a big one. And some of my team members can actually tell you that they got that. They're like, all of a sudden they come in and meet Mo. I was like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I know you used to work there because I'm the one that was talking to you on the phone, right? So ChatGPT, with other, everything is from Zapier to Active Campaign. All these apps are using artificial intelligence now. So it's not like, guys, like, use this app. No, literally, everything's using artificial intelligence now, right? But you have to start using them to help you generate more conversations, to create more connections. And literally, I'm seeing a lot of higher conversions because it's no longer just, hey, who do you know wants to buy and sell? Who do you know wants to buy and sell? Is more like, hey, have a good weekend. Just by saying, hey, have a good weekend, it's like literally like People are like, thank you, girl. Oh my God, hey, well, what do you have planned? And this is just ChatGPT working its way out. And if it leads to a conversation, then we jump in and we take over and say, okay, hey, yeah, you have a question about buying or selling or investing or commercial or whatever it is. Now we jump in, right? That's the time when we jump in. And before we even jump in, my VA does the work and sets the appointment, and then we jump in. Does this make sense? So I'm literally at home playing with my daughters, which is the number one thing that I love to do is play with my two daughters, have an amazing time with them. And I can say, I get text appointment for tomorrow, listing presentation for tomorrow, buyer consultation over the phone, call this lead at 5 o'clock. That's the best thing that my life that ChatGPT has brought that I was doing before by myself, right? That I had to do a lot of work and I'd be tired. But now I'm literally using ChatGPT so I could do less and do more things I like to do. So that's the captions. That's the app that we were talking about. CapCut. Who uses CapCut? Before we go on, I know there's a question by Maria. So go ahead, Maria.
Yes, Moises. Such a lot of really great info. I was just gonna ask you, when you said like you use ChatGPT to respond to, are those your followers you said, or send out messages through social media? Is that what you mean? How are you mentioned Zapier, is that what you use to then connect to your CRM, or how does that work?
Actually, it's a different thing. It's called Agent Pro, or it's called oh man, why am I going blank? So it's called Agent AI. Agent AI.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys want, I'll share that with you guys. This is a platform. It's a good friend of mine. So yes, he's gonna get paid for it, not me. But he's a good friend of mine who I call him the scientist of like he's behind some of the best brands, guys. Like we're talking about we're talking about like Gary Vee, we're talking about like Lewis Howry, we're talking about Gerard Adams. This is the guy behind these guys. He's one of my good friends. He's a good friend because it cost me $100,000 to be part of his mastermind, right? But we have had a good relationship, and he literally, right? I told him, hey, look, bro, I got with him. I actually went to Tulum and I met with him. I said, look, man, I want you to know our issue as real estate agents. We don't like to do, I'm gonna use the word shit. We don't like to do nothing. Like we like to just hand keys, sign contracts, kiss our babies, hang out with our wives, and that's it. Like we don't like generating on social media. We don't like this, even though we say we do. Even though we like doing the reels, we don't like doing none of that. We don't even like doing. We don't even like prospecting. I love prospecting. I was just saying. I was speaking for 89% of the agents out there, right? Because when you can fix the problem, right, for 89% of the people out there, then you have something. So literally, he's working on this platform for me, right, to fix my own problems for my own agents, but something that he's gonna be able to go out and share with the world, right? And literally, this is where we're actually using to do like mass chat GPT or chat GPT, Zapier, and other programs to do outreach through Instagram. Okay. So literally, we're in the works of doing all this stuff. We're in the works of doing all this stuff. Because again, I know, trust me, guys, my team will tell you I'm like the prospect Nazi. Like, I'm like, why are you talking to me? Make dials. Like your phone is not ringing. Don't talk to me. Right. It's because I know the importance of prospecting, right? So I know that sometimes, even on the weekends, guys, like some of you guys disconnect for 4 or 5 days. I mean, that's just the reality of our business, right? If I disconnect from my business 2 days, I'm gonna be honest with you, it hurts my business. But I do over 120 transactions a year, so that's why when I take 2 days off, I'm okay because I know I'm good. But are you good? If you're not, then you got to start using artificial intelligence to help you not disconnect from your business. See, and that was my point. Is like if I want to disconnect for a week, I still want business to come in, and this is why I need artificial intelligence. Okay, to continue to put, guys, artificial intelligence is not going to convert more business for you. So let's go ahead and debunk that right now. However, though, it's going to create more opportunities for you. It's also going to put you in the forefront versus everybody else. Yes, in the forefront versus everybody else. So you're literally you're using artificial intelligence to create a better brand, to create a better you can stand out better, right? Literally, that's what I've seen with my brand here in Bakersfield. Everybody knows who we are, whether they like me or don't, or they know home expansion at EXP in Bakersfield. They know who we are. Okay. And that's always my goal. It's like Coca-Cola. You know who Coca-Cola is. You know who Nike is. And they've been using AI for years before we even thought about doing AI. Right. So I want to be the Coca-Cola. I want to be the Nike in my area, not just my area. I'm now that, with EXP, like I'm expanding to other places. Right. And yet you're damn right. I'm gonna use ChatGPT, all these AI tools to help me expand. And if I'm in your city, sorry. Right. Because that's the power of AI. Is like I can literally go sell. I don't know where where you guys are at, but I can go sell in LA now without stepping in the foot in there. This is what changed my life. Ready? Went to Tulum to an amazing retreat center. This lady, amazing, calm. Cenote, if you don't know what cenote is, underwater caves, candles everywhere. We had a private concert. We're just literally. I looked there and I was like, "Man, lady, what do you do that you can live like this?" She was like, "Oh, I do real estate." "Oh, what do you do real estate?" "Atlanta." "Okay." "How many transactions you do?" "Oh, we do about 300 transactions a year." "Oh, okay." "Wait, you live here? I heard you say that you live here." She was like, "Yeah, I live here." But I built a business in Atlanta for 20 years. Now with artificial intelligence and all these tools, everything that's out there, I live in Mexico and people still think I live over there. And I sell properties. I still do 300 transactions a year. And I'm like, ching. Guys, by next summer, Leo, I wasn't going to tell you this. By next summer, I'm not going to be in the California. Half the year here, half the year in Mexico. That is my goal. And artificial intelligence is going to do that for me. The tools, the technology, everything that's going to do that for me. Right? So that's my goal with artificial intelligence. There's more apps. So let's kind of open it up for questions for apps. I think that you guys really want to know more about apps and all that stuff of how to convert. So you have Caption. Let's open it up. I use Caption at CapCut. Guys, guys, I talked to some of the most influential people in like Instagram spaces. We're talking about people who are making movements. Guys, they're most, he goes, my most viral content is a CapCut template. And I'm like, I'm over here like this. Look, I'm over here like this. Ready? Hey guys. Hey, Moses here. Please go ahead and do something else. Let's go ahead and do this. Please. Like they're like, bro, I just used this. And I'm like, you're right. Like, I need this. Like, this is cool, right? I think this is great content. You have to understand that there's different level types of content, right? There's a high level, high producing content when you pay good money, but then that low level content that can create so much more rawness, more authenticity, more relativity really just comes from this, right? So CapCut is like one of my favorite apps because now you can just click on there and it gives you the best templates to do. You don't have to do anything. You just and now you have an amazing reel for you reelers out there, right? For you reelers out there. Okay.
Moises, hi, I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you please put on the chat everything that you've said so we can look at everything? I'm driving, so I can't really write it down. Sorry.
Yikes, everything that I said. How about
No, not everything you said, not everything you said. I meant like where to look for this. Like capture like
Leo, you can
like
type.
the
Yeah, I
AI.
already dropped it in the chat for you guys. I put in the caption. I posted it in there for you guys. You can go scrolling back. It's all in there. And even if you guys want to follow Moises, I also put it in his Instagram in here for you guys.
Leo, put both. Home expansion, obviously, home expansion is all the real estate stuff. I know you guys love all that, so I would tell you real estate. Conscious loving husband is the one. If you really want to see like a movement of like AI and everything that I'm doing, I'm actually now doing everything that I did on my home expansion with real estate. I'm doing it over here now, so it's actually evolving, right? And literally by before, the reason I was a little late is because I was being audited by my mastermind. They were like literally like chopping everything up, and I literally have like notes over notes of every content piece that I put out, and they're like, this is why you need to do this. And I was like, dang, like it's so much. It's so much to do, right? To create great attraction, to create, movement, to create, at least for me, a tool that can help me create purpose. Okay. Any other apps that you're using that we don't know? Leo, I know you're good at this. Any other apps with AI in it?
Yeah, I think you hit them all, bro. Captions is the best. I also like Video Leap is one of my favorite apps as well. it's sort of like a CapCut. Video Leap is really powerful. Go chat GPT. I mean, I think that's kind of like the mother of all the AI. And you mentioned the hooks. Like the hooks, you could literally go and do the prompts like you just said, and then just tell chat to create 100 hooks for your next 100 videos, right? It'll do it for you as well. So that's another way to kind of do it.
And I'm gonna give you a $40,000 advice right now. And the reason I say it's a $40,000 advice, I always tell this to my team. I'm about to share with you a $100,000 advice, is because that's how much it cost me to get the piece of advice. So I'm about to give you a $40,000 piece of advice, which I just got right now, and was like, make sure that everything, right? So a couple of things. One, you need to show your face more. People, guys, I'm telling you, stop hiding behind, stop hiding behind just pictures and posts, and that's it, right? Put your face out there. I'm telling you, in your voice. I came to that realization. There was a lot of pictures, and they look all amazing, right? Beautiful pictures, me and my wife, handing keys, doing all that. However, some of the biggest movers, they looked at my stuff and they say, man, like, I love everything you're doing, but I mean, I can't see your face. I want to see your face. I want to see your facial expression. I want to see everything about you. Right. Same thing with my wife. Right. So now we do a lot more like face type of content. And then also obviously your voice. This is why this mic is here. Not because I love spending money, is because voice and clear and loud and sound is going to be very important if you want to be noticed. Right. So, and then obviously the next part is like, what do I say? And that's where ChatGPT comes in. If you don't know what you're saying, it's okay. Use ChatGPT. I'm telling you right now. And everybody, hey guys, every expert was a beginner once. Remember this. Every expert was a beginner once. So regardless of what you sound like, what you think you look like, I'm telling you right now, I posted this and it got a lot of views, and it was like, hey, look, if I'm not in it for the views or the likes. If my content can at least touch one's soul, it was exactly what I was trying to do. It was just trying to touch one's soul, right? Because in real estate, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you get 1,000 views. I always ask people, be like, hey man, I got 100 million views. I'm like, oh, how many leads did you get? Well, I was like, you didn't get no leads then. I mean, because come on, see, if you're a business owner, you know what you're doing, you know what you're getting, right? That's your ROI, right? You understand your analytics, your insights, right? So I at least for me, how do I get 130 transactions every year? Is because every year at the beginning of the year, I say, okay, where did my business come from? Referrals, past clients, cool. Client appreciation parties every other month. I'm literally hosting, right? Doing dinners with my clients. I'm bringing everybody together, right? Because that's where my business coming from. Cool. When I first started in the real estate business, I did open houses Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 365 days, or for the whole year, every weekend for 3 years straight. So for 3 years straight, my business was all more open houses. So I did more open houses, right? And eventually became a referral-based business. Now with obviously after social media now, guys, I get a lot of business to social media too. And when people say, "Oh, my business comes from social media," all of it, I'm like, how much? 10. That's not enough. You're not a killer, bro. 10 units from social media, it does not make you a social media influencer. No. Right? If you're doing 300 transactions off social media, now you're a freaking murderer, and I want to listen to you, and I want to listen to your tape. But I'm not impressed with 10 transactions. Right? Because because myself, I probably get about 20 a year from Instagram. That doesn't make me an Instagram guru. If 100% of 20 is what I do, then okay, cool. But that doesn't make me any better, right? I use all aspects of my business, and I use AI to attack everything from cold business to referral business to online business to past client business to everything. And that's how I do 130 plus easily and effortlessly. Obviously, the goal is to get to 200, 300, and that's what I'm gonna do this year and next year, 200, 300, because of the power of AI as well. Because it's helping me do more outreach faster. I don't do less when it comes to prospecting. I don't go do 300 dials and then let AI do it for me. No, I was like, let AI do what AI does, and I'm gonna go continue to do what I do best, and that's talking to people, contacting people, right? And now that's how I'm gonna get to 300 transactions. Okay, so that's my intake. That's my input. I feel 1,000% completed. Thank you so much, Leo.
Thank you, brother. Really valuable stuff. Thank you so much for sharing, as always. I did drop in Mo's Instagram also, and his wife, home expansion as well, in the chat. And I try to capture everything, and then put it in the notes here for you guys. But hopefully you guys got a ton of value today. I know I did. Make sure that you guys give Mo a shout out on social media. Let him know that you guys got some value. And for all of you tuning in, thank you so much for your time and your attention. And I will see you guys at the next class. And I'll post the recording on the Think Bigger Mastermind. Go ahead.
Leo, just really quick, post wise, if I was able to bring, and again, I'm this is not something that I'm making money of. If I was able to bring somebody like, like my mentor, Digital Jeff, into and create something for you guys, right? Where he can come in and really just, I'm telling you, go follow him and you guys would know, right? If there was a way for me to create,
Yes.
right? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Would you guys, first question is, A, would you drive to Bakersfield? Would you drive 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever it is to get this powerful, I'm telling you, powerful AI insight of how to create better business? I mean, would that be something you'd be interested in? Because if it is, then I'll connect with Leo and we'll co-host something to get everybody to come, right? Because I mean, I'm gonna do it anyway. Sorry, I'm gonna do it anyways, and I am gonna charge, right? Because we are gonna charge for this. However, though, I want to do something for our line, for our organization, where it costs nothing, because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here. I'm just a giver, right? So I literally will create something to pay, to charge, but then I want to create something for us where we can have some intimate time to really learn, understand, and get hands-on with some of the best people. I'm telling you, man, some of the people that are behind some of the great faces that you guys want. Okay.
I love it. Yeah, the AI group just said they'll fly out, bro. They're coming from Boyd, Iowa. Let's go.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for that class. Let's get it, guys.
What was his name?
All
Digital
right.
Jeff?
Digital Jeff, correct. Yeah, and I posted his Instagram
Digital
as
Jeff.
well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Digital Jeff. That's my main guy. Shoot him a message. Like I'm telling you, this guy is down to earth. Shoot him a message like, hey, Moses told me to shoot you a message and say hello. That way, when you see my like, you know who I am. I'm telling you, like, he will respond back, right? Even though he's killing it, right? He's an amazing human being. But just be like, hey, Mo told me to say hello, and he will respond back. I'm telling you guys, I know we all want at least a little bit of like connection with people that we follow, right? Imagine if like one of the people that I follow the most is like Louis Howie, right? Jay Shetty, right? I'm like, dude, like, but and I always text him and I always like, hey, let me just see if he replied. Never, right? But imagine if he did. Imagine if he did. Even if he just said hello. Thanks, man. You know what? He would have a lifetime follower right here. Yes? And I would share everything about Jay Shetty if I just knew that he was actually out there, right? And Digital Jeff is that guy. The guy says, hey, I remember what it's like to be you, Mo, or like, no followers, right? And now when I'm here, is like, I like to make sure we connect. So yeah, just shoot him a message, say, hey, Mo told me to tell you hello, and he will say hi. Okay? Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Brother, appreciate you, man. Thank you. You got it.